Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Latham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Latham. Episode number 445, and I'm going to be talking about comments and your WordPress website. Going to go through a few settings that you can set to make it a little harder for spammers to comment on your blog posts. And I'm going to then show you how you can also turn comments off globally on your website and then on a per post and then a bulk post basis. Why do we want to protect our comments? Well, if you've been watching my episodes for the last few weeks, I did an episode about installing zero spam on your website and protecting your site from spam. One of the vectors for spammers is the comments form on posts. In that episode, I explained that people will come to the site and just comment. Some people are paid for the number of comments they can make on blog posts, and more so now I'm seeing code doing it. So bots hit your site, they start to spider through your site, they find a form, they find all the form tags electronically and go, oh, that's a form, I can fill that in, and they go and fill it in and they leave a comment and that goes live. Sometimes those comments have links in them and sometimes they're just there to promote business opportunities, hoping that someone will be curious enough to ask for more information or follow up on it. Now, the links are probably the more... Sorry, that was a thought as I was saying that. The spam comments are annoying. No doubt about it, they are annoying in general. The ones with the links are probably the more concerning ones for your search engine optimization. Why? Because backlinks, even though they don't have high rating with search engine optimization or as high a rating with search engine optimization as they used to, they still have some rating with search engine optimization. A backlink is a link from your site to someone else's site, or someone else's site to your site. It's a link into a site. What these spammers are trying to do is take advantage of the search engine optimization reputation of your site and have it bleed through to their site. They're hoping that when Google comes or one of the search engine comes and spiders your sites, it gets to the comment, it sees the link and it goes, oh, I should follow that link. This link must be important because it's on this site. So I'm going to follow it and go and index that site. It's not as great a technique as it used to be, but people still use it. And it just becomes really annoying for people like us and people who run websites. It can also damage your SEO reputation a little. So it's really good to make sure you clear them up anyway. If you can stop them, that's even better. So I would still recommend putting zero spam on your website. I'd also consider whether you need to have comments turned on or off. If you're only getting spam comments, maybe just consider turning it off. If you just don't want comments at all, turn them off. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the settings for comments generally on your website. I'm going to show you how to disable comments globally on your website, and then I'm going to show you how you can turn comments off on posts. How about we go do that rather than me sit here and keep saying the same thing again and again and again. Okay, so here we are on my demo site. If you've been following the podcast for a few weeks now, this should be very familiar to you. It is a stock standard WordPress install. I've got one plugin installed. I have the 2025 theme installed. See here at a glance. I've got one post, one page, and one comment. That's all we need for this demonstration. The first thing I'm going to do is just go down to settings, and I'm going to go down to discussion here, and we're going to have a look at the settings for our comments. Now, under discussion, there's a whole heap of information here, but we're just going to go through at the top here. Attempt to notify any blogs linked to from this post. I'd turn that off. Allow link notifications from other blogs, pingbacks and trackbacks on new posts. Turn that off. These are good to turn off. This one here, allow people to submit comments on new posts. If you uncheck that, you are going to turn commenting off on your website. I'm going to show you something in a minute, and we're going to come back to this setting. But this setting here is the one that just disables comments for new posts. See this one here, new posts. This is a really key term. I'm going to come back to it. Other comment settings. This is also interesting. So if you want to leave comments on, make sure you've got comment author must fill out a name and an email. Don't just let people comment anonymously. You will increase the amount of spam you get at the very least. At least make them fill out a name and an email. Slows them down a little. You can make them register and be logged in to comment. I actually wouldn't do that. You don't want to have every person who comments on your website as a user on your website. Then you have to manage it. You can automatically close comments on old posts, and here is where you set when you close those comments. So if you want to have comments open for 2 weeks and then just turn it off so that people can only comment for 2 weeks, and then you just say no more comments allowed, you can4 do that here. I'm not going to worry about these 2 settings. It was these settings, these 4 settings here that I really wanted to cover. Let's go and have a look now at a post that has a comment on it, and then I'm going to come back and no. What we're going to do is we're going to disable commenting here, allow people to submit comments on new posts. We're going to turn that off. When you uncheck that, you come down to the bottom and make sure you say save changes. Globally now, any new post that you create will not have comments on it. Now let's go and have a look at what I mean by that. Under posts, I've just jumped up there real quick. This is Hello World. If I go and view that post, you'll see that we have the existing comment on there, and we've still got the box that allows us to comment. Okay, so comments are still on this post, even though we've just disabled comments for new posts. If I go back into my dashboard and add a new post, and we'll just do this real quick, test post 2. We'll just put some typing in here. Nothing special. We're going to publish it. And then we're going to go and view post. You see what's missing? There's no comments on here. It's gone. Let me just do that again. I'm going to open that in a new tab so that we can refer to it. There. Okay, so we've got no comments on this one. But if we go back to Hello World, we still have comments on it. So how do we get the comments off of this, or how do we re-enable comments on a post? Because you can do them post by post now. You can determine, I did it again. You can determine which posts you want to have comments on and which comments you don't want to have comments on. If I go into Hello World and just go into edit it, do you see over here on the right-hand side, we have discussion and it says open. Now, if on the right-hand side you can't see discussion, sometimes happens, come up to the top, right here in the menu, right at the top, the toolbar right at the top, go across to the 3 dots on the right-hand side that say options when you mouse over it, come all the way to the bottom and come to preferences. And here under the General tab, under Document Settings, make sure you've got discussions on. Okay? Once you've got discussions on, that tab will show up for you. And then to get rid of it, we just click on the 3 dots again. So with discussions, you come over to Open, click on Open. Where it says Enable Pingbacks and Trackbacks, disable it and set it to close. This is how you do it on a per post basis. Once you've done that, we can come back to posts. You'll see here it says closed. Click Save. Now, if I go and refresh my Hello World post, the comments are gone. Does that work in reverse? Let's go find out. Let's go to Test Post 2 and go Edit. Come down to Discussion and say Open. I never enable pingbacks and trackbacks. I always leave them closed. Click Save. Come to Test Post 2 and refresh it. And we've got comments on. So that's how you do it on a per post basis. Let's go back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to nip in here and I'm going to turn comments on here on Hello World again. So now I have comments on both of these posts. So if I go into Hello World, press refresh it, there's my comments there, and there's my comments there. How? I can hear it now, but Charly, we've got hundreds of blog posts that we want to turn comments off, or I've got 20 or 30 blog posts. I don't want to have to do this on an individual basis, and I hear you. I totally get it. It's a really easy way to do it quickly and in bulk when you've got lots and lots of posts. See how we've got this button at the top that's got a right next to title? You click that. That selects all of the posts that appear on this page. Now, typically, I think it's 10 or 20 per page that you can select it all at once. Select them all. Up here in the bulk actions bar, drop that down and click Edit, and then click Apply. Now, you'll see under it says Bulk Edit. It tells you the posts that you're editing. And then over here, you'll see there's lots of things you can do here. There's lots of things you can do here. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. And one of them is this comments. This comments. It says no change. You can say do not allow. So comments, you can set to do not allow. That's going to not allow comments on all of the posts that are in here. Here on pings, where it says pings, say do not allow. That's pings and trackbacks. Set those two to do not allow. Click update. Now, if you've got more than 2 posts in there, it might take a little while to do. Be patient. It will get done. Now that you see it's put me straight back into my interface, if I go out to Hello World now, it shows me my comment, but you can't comment on it anymore. So you've turned comments off. And if I come back here to Test Post 2 and refresh it, there's no comments anymore. So that's how you can bulk edit your posts. It's how you can change it on a per post basis, and how you can get in the right place, Charly, turn it off globally. So I hope that was helpful to you. I know, and you'll notice that in that bulk edit thing, there was a whole heap of things. I might cover a few of those in other podcasts as well, because they save me so much time and energy. If it was helpful, please, give the video a like. I would really appreciate that. If you have questions, if you have comments, please leave them wherever you are watching or listening to this video. Or come and join me in my locals community, askcharlylatham.locals.com. It's a community for business owners like you who have questions about their tech and just need to get a quick answer, or just want a little bit more information and want to learn a little bit more, or maybe you want to share some information as well. That's what that community is for. So come across there. As I said, if you can, please like the video. That would be fantastic for me. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell to get notifications of when I drop more content. I am really struggling today, aren't I? And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlylatham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.